I had to do a class 2 semesters ago where I made a documentary pitch, and then I was trying to do that for my thesis. I didn't get it because it was rigged.
Okay.
It's rigged against undergrads. They never choose undergrads.
How so?
They never choose undergrads
Why?
for the documentary. I don't know. Actually, I do know. SCA favors grad students because multiple professors have told me they're older. They have so much more experience. They're more mature than you guys.
Okay.
But also, what's the point of having us here at this school then if you're not going to give us stuff? Anyways, love SCA. I can't bash them. Bash them.
Interesting.
But it was a good thing that I didn't get picked because now I can do it outside of school.
Yes, you can make it your own.
Yes. So I'm going to do a documentary on pole dancing. I don't really know exactly where I'll take it yet besides exploring femininity and I guess like exploring people's psyches and like mental states and how body image and like self-image and perception from like society and other people like just around you plays into, for some people it's a hobby and like for some people it's a job, and then some people it's like stripping, which is like a completely different thing. But yeah, we'll see where that goes.
Are you going to use footage from the past year, or are you going to?
No, this is all gonna be fresh.
Yeah, it's gonna be fresh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I was talking to my teacher. Love Lori Webster. She's Black. She has locks. Love that lady. She was also so like up for this idea in class. When I had pitched the idea to her, I had talked about like maybe getting into strip clubs and then seeing like how pole dancing exists in that space. And she was like, at that point, she was like, it doesn't seem like this fits into your story right now. So maybe don't like throw it in there if you don't have to.
Okay.
But I think now that I know more pole dancers, I've met more strippers, and now I think just for myself, I better understand the relationship between the two. And I think now I'm taking the story in a different direction and it'll work in that space. But yeah.
How are you getting started in that? How do you even get started in that?
On a documentary?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you just accumulating footage, or are you just like?
Well, right now I have a slideshow as my pitch deck.
Okay.
And my friend told me she wanted to DP it. I think maybe the bigger issue is finding a producer.
Okay, yeah.
I think once I find a producer, they'll like give me a better set of like steps to take on like how to do it. But I mean, in my head, it seems like just going out and collecting footage.
And then also figuring out at what point will you end it, or like, do you feel like you have enough?
Going back now to what I was saying before, as a former fine arts major, one thing I struggle with is when to end.
Yeah, I feel that.
I always, like with paintings, and I forgot who said it. Someone said you don't really finish a piece, you just walk away from it. With a painting, I don't feel like I've ever finished it.
Oh.
I love art so much. It's so cool because there are some times where I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna walk away because I'm tired. There's sometimes where I'm like, I think this is done. And then I'll come, like I have this painting in my bedroom right now at home.
Mm-hmm.
When I finished it, I was like, oh, this is done. Like, I'm going to varnish it. It's cool. I've been coming back home, like, during winter break or summer break for, like, the past, like, 2 years. I've been looking at it, and I'm like, it's not done.
It's not done yet.
But it's because I've now come back to, like, I left it in a spot, and I'm returning to it with different experiences. So now it's a different piece.
Whoa,
and I, like, really want to rip off the varnish and, like, go back to it. We'll see.
Is it the red one? Is it the red painting?
No, it's a blue one.
It's a blue painting.
I don't know if I have a red one.
I thought you did.
Maybe I do. I don't remember.
I think so. Wow, that's actually really cool. Wow. I was gonna ask, how do you feel like ever since you started, do you feel like there has been a perception?
Pole dancing?
Or like, do you feel like there's been a change or a perception?
Yeah, because
I guess in relation to you, I would say. Well,
there's been like an internal change and then like obviously like an external change, like with like perception and stuff, because I noticed actually like I'll tell people, oh, I started pole dancing, like, oh my gosh, so cool. And people are like, oh. And
all right.
after like maybe like the fourth, I was like, oh, I guess I should stop telling people that. Like, it's not as
You
exciting.
were actually getting those reactions?
Yeah. People are like, people, it's also like older people or,
I'm not surprised.
yeah, older people or, yeah, no, I mean, it's some younger people. I don't know why the younger people do it, but
I feel like just because maybe it's like so taboo sometimes with
yeah.
families.
Oh, yeah. Also, people, I think, I forgot who said it. I had said I started pole dancing and someone was like, oh, you're going to drop out and strip now? I still get those.
It's kind of crazy.
I get like some girls who are like so excited. They're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. I want to go to class. Yeah, that's fun. I've taken a few of my friends to classes.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it was dealing with like a lot of judgy people or like
Always.
I think it's people who are more so like scared to do it themselves. So when I tell them that I'm doing it, they're like,
a little
oh no.
jealous?
Or yeah, they're jealous, they're envious, they're like projecting for the most part. But the internal change has been like crazy. This is like, I'm not active at all, so this is like the only physical activity that
That's
I've
good
like
for you.
that I've been doing, and it's like fun.
Okay.
It's like going to the gym, like the rush you get like when you can like lift more than you've like lifted like a year ago. It's like, oh my gosh, like this is like really rewarding.
Wow.
And I've always wanted to be a performer when I was younger. I think as an art major, I was just always jealous of like dancers and actors who are like bold enough to like do their art and then also do it in front of other people.
I don't know how.
I don't know. I mean, what are you talking about? You act.
I don't. Yeah, but it's not theater though. It's not theater. It's not like dancing. I haven't done any of that.
But you do film acting,
But
which I would argue is like.
But y'all do it live.
Yes, but I think film acting sometimes is harder than theater. Not because, like, it's easier because it's not live.
Yeah.
But you're dealing with like judgier people. I think theater people have like such a respect for it.
You think so? I feel like it's way more judgment when it comes to theater. I feel like
no.
Well, I mean, I'm just considering like all the harsh aspects when it comes to just like having to perform live.
That's true.
You just can't make a mistake. If you make a mistake, we're gonna know.
We're gonna see it.
We're gonna tell. We can tell that you made a mistake, and then just
singing
and freaking a voice crack or literally anything. Whereas,
but film is hard because
film you can just edit it out.
That's true. That's true. But like on set, when you're on set, that is also extremely stressful because it's just because you have like a bunch of crew, including the director, who can't really like focus on you.
That's a great point.
Yeah, and then they're like, "Okay, nice, take next," or they're like, "Oh, we didn't really get it, but we have to move on."
I was just about to say that you have directors that unfortunately, where you just don't know how you landed, or you just didn't feel confident at all in the take, and they're just like, "We got to go to the next one. We don't have time." I'm like,
oh, no.
That's the worst feeling.
Yeah. At least in like on a stage, you can think you're doing good.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have anyone telling you that you're doing bad in the moment.
There's both of them. I'd say that's fair.
But yeah, I haven't pole performed like officially yet. That's like my goal for this year. I don't know how to get into it.
You don't know how to get into it?
I don't know how to get into performing because I got offered a strip club job, and I called my sister and I was like, "Should I do this?" And she was like, I don't think you should do it. And I was like, why? And she was like, you have to be a certain type of person to work in a strip club because it's a little less like being able to dance.
Different environment.
And a lot more being a saleswoman really who's dealing with like crazy people.
Because you would want to, I imagine, do it more for the performance aspect of it rather than
all the other stuff. Yeah. And it's like, I don't think I should do it.
So then, I mean, maybe you would have to do some kind of maybe a live project or just some project that just has you doing it in a professional setting.
I think so. I don't know. I don't even know how to get into that. I don't know how to do it.
I'm saying you would have to create it yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I had an idea.
Okay.
Over winter break, I was laying down and I was like, this is a good idea. So obviously everything comes back to Silk Sonic. Everything comes back to Silk Sonic. I was thinking.
Bro, I was literally doing the research, and the first thing I think I saw on your profile was a freaking Silk Sonic choreo. Silk Sonic.
Everything comes back because Bruno is Bruno, Andy is Andy, like, but together they are Silk Sonic.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Explain the relation to Silk Sonic.
I was thinking about their Smoking Out the Window music video. And then simultaneously started thinking about I think it's the Soul Train video they have with Tisha Campbell.
Soul Train video?
Yeah, but I forget what song it is. If it's not Leave the Door Open, then it's like, I don't think it's Love Train.
It might be Love Train.
Is it Love Train?
I think I know what you're talking about because I think I had that song on loop all the time.
Love Train. So good. But their version
Silk Sonic on the recreated Soul Train set, Fly As Me.
Fly As Me, yeah. Okay, so it's that one.
It's a
I was thinking about it and I was like, and I didn't watch Soul Train growing up, unfortunately. But okay. Is it good? Have you seen it?
Not really.
Okay, that's good. That's good. But I was thinking about it and I was like, wow, it would be so cool to like go to like a jazz show that has like jazz dancers there.
Absolutely.
Right. Because I went to a jazz club with my friend, I think like 2 years ago or whatever. And it was so cool. And I was like, this is so cute. It's so cozy. But then I was like, wouldn't it be cool if we could have jazz band pole dancers in the front and we're all performing on a stage and we just have people that buy tickets for it.
Okay.
So my idea is to have like a Soul Train type setup, but I'm referencing the Fly As Me video because I don't know what Soul Train does normally. But we'll have like a live jazz performance setup. We'll have like some sparkly lights, maybe a disco ball, whatever. We can get people.
You bringing it back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna get people who are good at lighting, like some cinematographers, some lighting technicians, some people who are good at stage lighting. We're gonna have like some really cool like. I mean, they could do whatever they want with it, but we're gonna have cool lighting. We're gonna have some performers, like a band, like a live band. Whoa. We're gonna have pole dancers in the front. We're gonna have an audience, and we're just gonna do a set for like 2 hours. And I think my idea was to do it more frequently so that this is like a thing that people can get used to.
Yeah.
But I think it'll probably be more epic if we do it like a once a month type of thing.
Yeah. Have it like a House of Harmony kind of a thing.
Yeah. So House of Harmony is so good.
Yeah, that was fantastic.
I think it'll be that. I wanted it to be jazz, but then I was like, it'd be so cool if we could do like a pop thing or like a rock thing and bring in different people. And like, I think it'll just be live music with pole dancers there. That was the idea.
Whoa.
So we'll see.
Alani.
I put it on my vision board.
Wow. So when I see it happens, I'm going to be like, yep, that's the one that she was talking about. Yeah.
And then maybe there can be like an acting thing. Then you could do something.
An acting component.
Yeah. I don't know what it'll be.
I feel like in that vibe it's more of if there was like a speaking component.
That's what I'm thinking. I'll think there will be a speaking component. I'll add it.
Okay. All right. All right. Fair enough. I was gonna Silk Sonic. The relation to Silk Sonic's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Okay, rather than Silk Sonic, I was going to, because this came up, and when I said something about it, you were so dead set on it. I was like, okay. I don't know if you know what I'm about to bring up.
I don't.
It's just a movie. But it's a movie that we've seen recently.
Oh.
Yeah.
My blood is boiling. I feel my blood boiling.
I think she's probably going to win the Oscar.
She has to.
She's going to win the Oscar.
They need to win Best Picture.
You think they're going to win?
Were they nominated for that? I don't even understand how people don't like that movie.
I think Honora is nominated for Best Picture. Yeah, for sure it is.
How many noms do they have?
6 Oscar nominations.
What is it?
Directing, original screenplay, editing, lead actress, supporting actor, best picture.
Supporting actor is Yura?
Yeah. Yeah.
So good.
Yura, I hope that'd be very cool if he wins.
He needs to win.
That'd be awesome.
He was so good.
I am completely on board the Madison and Borisov train for sure. You can't look at me like that. Look. I
just don't get it.
What do you not get?
My thing is, okay, I have a couple things.
Okay.
One is, how do you not like that movie? 2, why did you have to share that you didn't like it? The rest of us didn't want to know that.
Thought it was a safe space.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
All right, fair enough.
It was so good.
Look, I'll say
just go.
For Anora.
Okay.
I said that I thought it was obviously it's a good movie, but it felt like
it doesn't seem very obvious.
It felt like Uncut Gems, but I feel like Uncut Gems did better. I'm sorry.
What?
I felt like it was a worse version of Uncut Gems. I'm sorry. But like I said, it was still good. And then the thing is that at the time when I was watching it, I think did I tell you? Are you about to cry?
No, I'm so shocked.
You about to cry?
I'm so shocked.
Alani.
Worse than Uncut Gems.
Is this a safe space?
No, it's not.
Look, for Anora, I was saying that I felt, well, at the time, like listening, the entire first half of the movie, no, I guess the middle half of the movie, when everything was happening, when I was watching it with my partner at the time, and we was listening to all like the audience interaction or all the audience reactions. And when Anora, it's props to Madison because she's a fantastic actor.
Yeah.
But when she was like screaming and she's like fighting for herself, at first it was amusing. And then over time, as people kept laughing, I noticed that my partner, she wasn't laughing. And then she was like, she was no, but she
boring.
was no, but not in that way. But it was just like it wasn't amusing, as in like it was the way that Madison was like reacting felt kind of traumatic, as in like there's these men that's assaulting her, and they've been assaulting her for so long. Like that scene did go on for a while.
Yeah, it was a long scene.
It was a long scene. And then, of course, the entire time, it's just these men that's constantly harassing her or whatever. And so, I don't know. I think the film, the setup was fantastic. But obviously, the second and third act, which is a whole bunch of just...
I'm going to cut you off.
But I don't think it's the worst thing ever. I don't even think it's not worse. It's not bad. Like if it did win Best Picture, I would not be mad at it.
That's good. You should be happy for it.
I would celebrate it, especially knowing that if I didn't, you would kill me. So
there would be public outrage.
Yeah, that's fair.
By me.
That's fair.
I watched Uncut Gems. I watched it for an hour with my sister.
Oh, it's longer than that.
I'll get to it.
Okay.
We paused it. We were like, this is kind of boring. We paused it.
Oh.
And we looked at the time.
Yeah.
We had only made it through 30 minutes. But we were watching for an hour. We were like, how does that work?
How does that math work? That's a little confusing.
Because the movie was so boring. It felt like I was there forever. And we only made it through 30 minutes. And I feel like 5 of those minutes is probably opening credits.
Did y'all cut it off?
We stopped. I never finished it.
You never finished it?
Yeah. I don't even know what happens.
Alani,
and it's so unfortunate because I love Lakeith Stanfield.
Alani, you got to go back to it, please.
I don't know if I can.
Alani, I need you to go back to it, please.
I don't think I can. That movie was so boring.
Alani, is the ending. Well, no, the entire like second half. I think the last 2/3 of the movie.
Does Lakeith make it to the end?
I think he does. I don't remember.
That'll be the only selling point.
I think he does. He definitely does.
I don't know. Okay, I'll give it another chance.
You have to give it a chance. I promise you the last 2/3 of this movie is extremely high octane and it just goes.
Okay.
But it felt like there's a path.
Who who were the directors? It was the brothers.
The Sati brothers.
Yeah,
I might have messed their names up, but yeah. Whereas it felt like this one, we were kind of just, I don't know. It was just
but actually, speaking of Lakeith.
Oh yeah.
Anora is like Get Out. Here's why.
Anora.
This might.
That's the first time I've heard that comparison.
This might.
Explain that one to me.
I don't know if you're gonna. This won't be a good selling point for you. Get Out is like, okay, when you watch Get Out with Black people, we're all laughing.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, this is funny.
Mm-hmm.
When you watch it with white people, you're like, I know why I'm laughing. I don't know why you're laughing.
Okay.
So when I was watching Anora, I was like, I know why I'm laughing. Because I know how it feels to like be physically like.
That's a fantastic point.
Exactly.
That's a fantastic point.
I know how it feels to be physically restrained, and the only thing you can do is scream, and screaming's not even working. But I don't know why some of these other people are laughing.
And I think that's probably why I guess that's probably why I got bothered, why we both got bothered, because we was watching everyone else. Mm-hmm. And it was like, y'all are laughing a bit too hard. Yeah, you gotta laugh. Exactly. Y'all are laughing a bit too hard at this. And so I think probably the audience more kind of probably influenced my relationship with the film. Can't let it do that. I know. That's my apologies. That's my sorry.
Anora, I think, was one of the few movies, but definitely the most recent, where I was watching it and I forgot other people were in the theater. Huh. I was like, oh, I'm like literally in my own world right now.
That's fair.
And I'm taking the story and it's so good. I don't know exactly like why Sean Baker made that sequence funny, but it was funny. I think it was also just like, if it's not, I think people have a tendency to take very heavy stories and make them like hard to watch.
Yeah.
I don't think they always have to be like that. I think there's like a bunch of movies where...
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's like you're making it easier for people to digest.
Where they're making it traumatic just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Like you want something that people can take in. And I think Anora is a very heavy story, but people were able to consume it because a lot of it was funny. I love anything that's in New York. She's not even, I don't even think she's not from New York.
I don't know.
She did the accent really, I think she's from LA.
She's so talented.
Yeah, she's really good.
Oh my gosh.
The cinematography was great.
I love the cinematography.
It was so good.
I love the cinematography. Yeah, she's from Los Angeles.
Yeah, she's from LA. She did the New York accent like so good.
So good.
It was so good.
I have no notes for her.
No notes.
I could never.
And like this movie was so like, oh, I need to like start directing, because there were some nuances in there that I'm like, how did you think of that? Like
I can admit to that. This is the type of movie I'd watch and I'd be like, I'm a little mad that I wasn't able to think of something like this.
Yes. There was the one part where I was in theaters cracking up, where Vanya goes to answer the door at the mansion and he just like slides on the socks. He doesn't even walk. I'm like, how did you think of that?
He is a hilarious character.
Because that's something he would do. Such
an original character. And I don't know, that performance was kind of crazy.
It was so good.
I loved it.
It was so good.
He made me really mad that last half. I'm like, you are so completely incompetent.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And I love when actors are so good at their role that you hate them in real life.
I despised him.
But I love him in real life. He's even better.
He's so sweet. He's so kind. Sweet. He's so lovely. He's so lovely.
He's so cute. I like watching his videos. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, nothing but he is the sweetest soul.
Yeah.
He's so kind.
5 stars.
Absolutely. And everything I keep saying about Yura, so great.
Great. It was so good. I'm so happy for him. And he's so bald. I just want to like slap his head.
He is extremely bald. That is very true. Yeah, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah,
it was good.
Look, I'm agreeing with you.
You're agreeing.
I'm agreeing with you.
But guys, I have the receipts. Okay, I have the text receipts.
Look, just immediately after, I was like, Alani, I don't know what I was watching, and then you just immediately was like, no.
It was the fact that you posted. So something about like so terrible that the first movie I saw recently in theaters or whatever was Anora. I was like, did I interpret this right?
My bad. I might have been a bit harsh.
It was okay. It was like you needed it to sit really.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I think I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. I just knew as soon as I said as soon as you responded to it, and then we had a conversation, I was like, let me not dive into this again because she
Smart.
may actually kill me.
That conversation would still be going. I wouldn't have let that go.
Yeah, that's fair. But look, we're on the same we're on the same page. I hope. Oh man. Okay. This is going great.
Yeah.
Going fantastic. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna bring up something random. You said you went to LaGuardia?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Is that where Timothy Chalamet went?
That is where Timmy went.
God, that's crazy.
He just shouted us out in a Nardwar interview.
Wow.
Yeah. Man. I'm a little lag baby.
Wow. How was it going to LaGuardia?
It was fun. It actually what, because people compare it to like High School Musical or the high school in Victorious.
Oh, all right.
But it actually was like it.
What?
Like I think every year during like the week before Christmas break, like the vocal majors would go around with the instrumental kids and carol, and then the dance majors would actually dance on top of the lunch tables.
That's so cool.
And then our dean once like did like a they were doing like a circle where people were dancing in the middle. Our dean like did like a headstand and like started breakdancing. And then my favorite lunch lady always gave me like extra slices of pizza.
So you was living a fairy tale. Interesting. Yeah. All right. You was living a Disney musical. Okay. Wow.
It was fun.
Unbelievable. How do you feel like LaGuardia has helped you on your journey?
I think it was very beneficial for me at a young age to be surrounded by so many artists, so many different types of art every day. I think the one thing I wish they made us do was take another class outside of your major.
Uh-huh.
I don't know how much I would have enjoyed. I don't know how much any of us would have enjoyed that at the time. But I think it's nice to be able to interact with that many people.
Just surrounded by creatives.
Yeah, all the time. And people who are like doing stuff. Man. Like young arts was a big thing in our school. People just on Broadway.
Y'all had young arts at your school?
We had like a lot of like talk about like every year like doing young arts. I only did it my senior year, but then I didn't like place anywhere.
Forget them. Don't forget them.
Scammers.
Forget them.
We had the kid who played Mowgli in the live action Jungle Book.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. I think we also had one of the girls who was in Avatar Way of the Water. And we also had the antagonist girl in Grand Army. Did you watch that show?
I don't think so.
It's a good show. It's about a high school in New York, but they didn't renew it for a second season. It was so good though.
I haven't watched that one.
It's good. I like it. But yeah, it's like cool to be surrounded by people who are like so young and doing stuff. And it's just like so much creativity. It was interesting as an art major because we're one of the two non-performance majors. It was art majors and technical theater. But tech got like obviously like direct like a direct path into like performance because they were constantly working on the all school musicals. But course. Art was like the only one where we were like doing our own thing. So there was like a little bit of like segregation, I guess, like in that realm. But it was still fun. I had a lot of vocal major friends. They're all really cool.
You still keep in contact?
Yeah. I have 2 friends, Nama and Rosalia, that I still talk to. They were both vocal majors.
Hey.
I've actually become friends with more people at USC who went to LAG. Because it's like the Trojan family. It's like once you like leave LAG, like the LAG family's still there, but now we're in like a different place. So my friend Ava, I think she was a drama major in LAG, but we became friends from USC.
Y'all are so talented. Unbelievable. Goodness gracious. Man, I was gonna say, did you know about USC when you applied?
No.
Same.
I didn't even know about LAG when I applied.
Oh, okay.
I just heard about it recently, and then like it was like a big deal school, and I applied, and I was like, I don't think I'm gonna get in. I applied for drama and art, and then I got in for art.
Where'd you want to go to?
I don't know. For New York, you have to apply to like a bunch of high schools. Like it's like a college application. You have to apply to like, I think the max is like 16 or whatever, but you audition if you need to, or you just apply to a bunch of different ones, like specialized ones, regular ones, and then you just hope that you get into like your top 3 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then luckily I got into LAG. That was a different application because it was a specialized high school, but I didn't know about it before applying. And then for same thing with USC, I was like, I'm gonna just apply to a bunch of schools in California. Hopefully one of them takes me.
Okay.
So I got lucky.
If it wasn't USC, what other school would have been?
Cal Arts, because I got
Okay.
in for fine arts, and then I was gonna try to transfer to film.
Of course. Okay. You started with fine arts?
I started with fine art. I applied to every school with fine arts. I applied to USC for film because I think you can only do one major here. I don't remember. I think you can only apply with one major and a backup major.
Mm-hmm.
But I applied with paintings because I didn't have any films I wanted to show them.
Fair.
And then luckily I got in for film. But
how did you do that? Wait, because isn't there also an option when you apply?
When I applied, it was an optional film that you can like add in.
Okay.
But you just have to apply with any form of like creative media.
Oh, all right.
So I'll throw some paintings in there because that's what I have.
And you killed it. You're here now.
I'm here now.
Oh, so talented. My gosh. Okay. See, now these questions are interesting. I'm not gonna ask anything crazy.
Okay.
So what was first of all, how many sets would you say you've been on since you've been here at US? Exactly, yeah. Yeah, well for you it's like 100. Yeah?
I think it's probably double digits.
Yeah, that makes sense. 90s, high 90s. Yep.
I've been on so many.
Several.
I don't know, because I started out doing makeup on projects.
You do everything. You are ridiculous.
I'm trying to figure out how to like make all the things I want to do into like a cohesive career. Right now, it's not really seeming feasible. Because I don't know how I'm going to direct. Like, I don't know how I'm... Okay.
How are you going to balance all those interests?
Yeah. I've seen directors also do makeup. Because we have, like, Rick Baker. We have, like... I think Tom Savini directs. Rick Baker, I think, did the Thriller music video.
Oh, wow.
If it's not him... No, he didn't do that. Didn't John Landau do that? I'm dumb.
Thriller?
I think he did Thriller.
Oh, I'm thinking about Bad, Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, that was Scorsese. I think Rick Baker, if I'm not wrong, did the Scream music video. Because someone stepped out and then... No, I'm wrong.
Rick Baker.
Rick Baker did makeup on Thriller?
Baker created the werecat creature Michael Jackson transformed it into for Thriller.
Okay, who directed the Scream music video? That's somebody else.
Mark Romanek.
No.
Wait, oh.
No, not Scream. Ghost. Sorry, Ghost.
Stan Winston.
Stan Winston. Okay, Stan Winston is a big special effects
Written
makeup
by
artist.
Stephen King? Wow, all right.
Oh, yeah.
I did not know that.
Yep. Michael Jackson.
Wow. Stan Winston.
Stan Winston is a big makeup artist. There's like the Stan Winston School of Special Effects Makeup now. But he directed a lot, and then he directed the Ghost music video for Michael Jackson. So I know that filmmakers can do makeup and direct. I'm not sure now how to add in pole dancing.
And tattoos.
And tattooing. I don't know. And then also claymation.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh no.
Well, I mean, you would just be the first.
And the last.
First and the last to do this.
We'll
but it's
see.
possible.
I think it is possible. I think it'll be like a...
I think it's probably
an era thing.
I was literally just about to say it's probably gonna have to be like you make a film, it's successful and popular. You're like, all right, I'll take a break.
Yeah,
and I'm gonna just do makeup or tattoos.
Yeah. I think so. We'll figure it out.
Goodness gracious. Well, out of the 95 or so sets that you've been on, what was your favorite on-set experience?
My favorite on-set experience.
Mm-hmm. It can be multiple. It can be one.
My friend Grace, she graduated from the grad school here. Her and her husband, oh great, I know his name, Alex, or he goes by Xander. They were looking for a makeup artist for a film that Grace was directing. Xander was producing it. And I'm on like a mailing list from the makeup class I took here. So I had reached out to it because they were paying. And like a lot of the student films don't have money to pay.
Yeah.
But I was like, I need to get this job because it was paying like a good amount of money per day. So I got it. It was like really easy. All I did was like, hey, can I be on it? And they were like, yeah.
It's a vibe.
And I sent my portfolio and I knew what I was doing, so they took me on. But when I was like doing makeup on the first day in like a really like janky station because we didn't have like budget for like a nice like makeup room or anything. And then a lot of people were like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. Like you actually know what you're doing. But then there was one day where I put on prosthetics and I like was like trying my best to like really plan out these prosthetics because I haven't really done anything. I hadn't at the time done anything to that level yet. And I did it. And we were in SCA. So we were in the makeup room that's like in one building. Then I had to walk the actor all the way to the other stage.
Dang.
So it was like a little like runway, like reveal moment type of thing. And it was like, if the director doesn't like it, I got to take her all the way back.
I see. Okay.
And I don't know. But I did it. It took like 2 hours. Walked her to the stage where the set was. And everyone was like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. And I was like, oh, this is so fun. It was so fun. And then afterwards, like, got her set up. It wasn't like any moving prosthetics, like with like squirting out blood or anything, because I don't know how to do that yet. But I like set her up with like her prosthetics. I went back up to the makeup room and I just sat there, got my lunch afterwards. It was chill vibes.
Oh my gosh. How did you freaking learn to do it?
Lag.
That makes sense. So
Lag takes Halloween very seriously.
Okay.
It is like actually Halloween town in there.
Your stuff has scared me before.
Thanks. That's the goal. For Halloween in high school, people would like always dress up. Like you have obviously the art majors who are gonna do like makeup and prosthetics and stuff, and then everyone else like does like crazy costumes. And the teachers, oh my gosh, there were these 3 vocal major teachers who did the sisters from Hocus Pocus. It was so good, yeah.
That's
and they can sing.
Dang.
Yeah, it was so good. I love Lag. Anyways, so in Lag, I was like, oh great, I have all these other creatives like doing stuff. I gotta like step my game up. And it's Halloween, so you have a reason to like do it. So I think one Halloween, I had a really long commute, so I already had to wake up at like 5 something.
Okay.
But for Halloween every year, I started waking up at like 3 a.m. And I would just work on my makeup until like I had to leave around like 6.
Goodness gracious.
And luckily my mom would drop me off at the train station, so I didn't have to like take the bus or anything. It would like help me spend more time on the makeup, and I would just like practice my makeup in the morning.
Wow.
And then I taught myself that way.
You taught yourself?
Yeah, YouTube University. Like you can learn if you like have willpower and like a few household resources, like you can learn a lot from YouTube.
I learned how to edit on YouTube.
Really?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh boy.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Editing is so hard.
I'm trying to learn editing, music production, screenwriting, acting, songwriting, how to sing.
Yeah.
All YouTube.
Music production, that's insane. Do you feel like you're good at it?
Music production?
Or any of the stuff?
Any of the stuff? Editing, sure. Acting, no.
What?
No.
What?
And then screenwriting just started. And music production, I will get there eventually.
Music production is hard.
When I have the time.
Yeah.
I'd love to get there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
No.
What?
No, I'm nowhere near.
What are you talking about?
I haven't. I don't think, because I haven't taken an official acting class, so I just don't think that I can.
What do you mean official?
I just haven't taken the class.
Really?
Yeah, I just started taking a class. I just started taking a class over in, I think in I don't want to say Hollywood, I might be wrong, but we just started recently. A bunch of Black creatives, wonderful. We did improv last time I was there, and so I got to be there next Tuesday. They're so talented.
That's so
but
cool.
That's like been the first time where it's been an acting class sort of thing. And then of course, and then there's also on Mondays I'm gonna start going to. Apparently, there's like the Broadway theater. They host like these stage readings. At like in the afternoon. And people submit scripts, and then they just need actors to just read them. So I'm gonna start doing that too.
Yeah.
So I gotta start doing stuff this semester. But
yeah,
no.
Me too. That's why I made my vision board so I can actually hold myself accountable.
Your vision board?
Yeah.
What does it look like?
It has painting on there because I took a break once I got to USC, but now I've been like feeling the craving again. Tattooing because it's like really hard to like have like a consistent clientele.
That's fair.
Pole dancing, obviously. My documentary because I need to hold myself like actually accountable for doing that. What else? I don't even remember what else is on there. Man. I need to make money so I can like actually do all the stuff.
Oh, yep, that's a small thing. That's a small thing.
Yeah.
Have you been getting paid for anything that you've done?
No.
Recently? Same boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really a struggle. Like,
it's weird, isn't it?
Why do they do that?
I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
I don't get paid for anything.
On one hand, I felt like bad because it's like, well, before just wanting to do whatever for anyone, and now it's just like it doesn't hold much appeal.
Yeah.
That there's not a paid thing to it.
Because it's not like I think I'm bougie and you have to pay me.
It's like no, I just want to survive.
I just need money.
I got paid recently for editing, and that was the craziest thing. It was for the Trojan Men and the Sirens, and I was so grateful. It came out of nowhere. It came at the perfect time because I had to pay something off, and they both paid me, and I was like, "Oh my god, this feels so nice."
That's so nice.
I was like, "Thank God." But
wow,
I'm like, I understand now why getting paid for your work actually is kind of cool.
Yeah, and I understand now why people say no to free stuff.
Yes, I see unpaid stuff on Actors Access and others. I'm like, I don't know if I can. Unless that's like a really cool concept. I'm like, I don't know if I can do it.
It either has to be a really cool concept or something where I'm like really gonna learn something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or something like I haven't done before, where it's like a feature, or not a feature, but something that's like would be challenging. Yeah. No, that's completely fair. What is, you don't have to name it. You don't have to name it. But what's your worst on-set experience?
Oh, I'm gonna name it.
Okay.
I won't say names, I guess.
Okay.
This guy. Okay, so he I feel like a lot of my friends know who it is, but he was my TA.
I'm so worried.
He is very flirty.
Okay.
That's just his thing.
I have a right to be worried.
Yes. That's his thing. Actually, there are multiple ones with the same guy.
What?
He's interesting.
Okay.
He's very flirty. Everyone knows that. I picked that up when I first met him, like from whatever class he was TAing for. But there was one. Okay. Oh yeah, it's multiple times from the same set. Oh yeah. Okay.
Gosh.
So after I like finished the class, whatever, a year passes, I run into him again, and he's poking on my shoulder, like really like, and he's like, "You should work on the film set. I'm DPing."
Oh.
And I was like,
he said it like that?
Yeah, he said it like that.
Oh, that's nasty.
And I was like, "This is kind of weird."
That is kind of weird.
But it was a school thing, and I was like, I guess it would be a good experience, so I'll go.
Alani.
I shouldn't have went, but I'm glad I went because I learned that I would never do anything for that class again because it was a thesis project, and I'll never do anything for him again. But we get to set, and I'm like working under him. He's like telling a bunch of us who are working under him like what to do or whatever. He has a piece of equipment that he's using. Then he realizes he doesn't need it anymore. So he says, "Let's fly it out." So I'm like, okay, I'm going to fly it out.
Okay.
I move it. But in my head, I didn't realize like how strict certain things are on set. So when he said fly it out, obviously he doesn't need it in this moment. So I just assumed he didn't really need it anymore. So I packed it up. But I was also telling another person who was working under him, like, hey, could you help me pack this up because he doesn't need it anymore? And I didn't even realize he was talking to me, but from across the room, I hear, why are you telling my workers what to do? And I was like, who's he yelling at? And then I realized, oh wait, he's yelling at me. Because I told the person to help me like pack it up, he's like, why are you like telling them what to do?
I see.
And I'm like, I didn't know it was that big a deal. But he's like yelling at us. Then there's another time where I had to set up a light, and he's like, oh, can you like point it in this direction? And I'm like trying to do it in the order of like how to set up a light that I learned in school. And he was like, you're pointing the light all the way over here? You need to point it here. And he's yelling at me, and I'm like, what? So then afterwards, I'm like not talking to him. I'm like, why are you yelling at me? And he's like trying to say something to me. I'm not answering. And he's like, are you mad at me? And I was like, yeah, you yelled at me. Like, I don't get why. Like, why did you have to do all that? He was like, I'm just preparing you because this is how films are in the real world. Damn. They're gonna yell at you. So I'm like conditioning you now.
Who is this person?
I don't think I can say the name. I'll tell you after.
Hold on. Let me get some water.
Okay. One of my friends was like, yeah, he is a little flirty, but like, and he is a little mean, but he's good at what he does, so he has a right to act like that.
Nope.
And I'm like, wait.
Nope.
I don't think so.
That's not allowed. Nope. You don't do that here.
I don't think so.
Nope. Who is your... Say, continue.
Oh, I was going to say that they taught us in SCA that you can be mean. You can be anything from this list. Mean, late, good at what you do. I think you have to be at most 2, I think they said. Or most people are 2. There's something like you can be late. No, wait. No. It's you have to be either nice or on time. But both of those, you have to be good at what you do. No, that's not right. That's not right.
I feel like I know what you're getting at.
Yeah. There was something where it's like you can be nice and punctual, or you can be mean and good at what you do.
I see.
Something like that. Because if you're like late to everything, I'm guilty of this. But if you're late to everything,
me too.
You have to be willing to learn. I don't even remember.
No, that's fair.
It was something like that.
I feel like there's been, honestly, I feel like there's been sets where I probably, I'm definitely late for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
But my goal on every set has always been to try to be the kindest person possible.
Yeah.
Always.
I think it's so nice.
Because there's no reason why you should be acting like a jerk to anyone.
Yeah.
Especially knowing where I started. I'd be terrified if someone was yelling at me or any of that stuff. Like my confidence would just cripple. Yeah. And so
it's enough to make you like not even want to do it again.
Exactly. So why would I do it to someone else?
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense. Who's your favorite creative to work with? Yeah. Can't say me because we haven't. Just saying.
We're gonna do something.
Just saying. Just letting you know.
It's on my vision board.
Just like
to work with. I don't know if I ever really like did like a really like collaborative thing with him. My friend Charlie, I worked on his junior thesis film. And he's just so talented, but it's because he's crazy.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like raw craziness.
Okay.
But he's so good at translating everything he's thinking into something that's so interesting to watch. And he's just so good at what he does. I'm like, Charlie, how do you think of this stuff? And I helped him with his junior thesis film. So it wasn't like too collaborative-y because he was directing and I was just like helping like wherever he needed extra hands. But there were like some things where he was like asking a question and I would give an answer and he'd be like, oh yeah. And I'll be like, oh my gosh, Charlie likes it. He likes my answer. But yeah, I liked working with him.
Okay. I won't ask the opposite because we've already. I won't do that. Who are your favorite creatives in general? I probably already know them already. So.
I think you do.
Yeah.
I'm very predictable.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Because he is great.
I had something. I just wrote Jordan Peele. I didn't write the question. I just wrote Jordan Peele. That's all I had.
Jordan Peele is so talented. Like, it's really a blessing to the world that we get to see him and experience
that
him.
We are alive in the same time that he is.
Yeah. I went to an American Cinematheque screening of Nope in 35 millimeters. Mm-hmm. It was the one time I bought a membership to it. Yeah, and he was there for the Q&A. And I was like, I have to get a ticket. And I got it. And it was free. It was a free, like, everybody screening. It wasn't just members only. Oh, no. I lied. It was members only. That's why I bought the membership. I was about to say,
that was definitely, that has to be a members only.
But I went and I was like, I'm in the same room as Jordan Peele. And I so badly wanted to get up close and take a picture, but his security, like
it whisked him away.
Yeah, they were like, you gotta go. Everyone else gotta go back. Jordan Peele, Henry Selick. I actually met Henry. He directed Coraline. He directed Nightmare Before Christmas. And I have beef with Tim Burton because everyone's always like, Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas. Henry Selick directed it.
I don't think I've heard of Henry Selick before.
Exactly. He did Wendell and Wild. He did Coraline. He did Nightmare Before Christmas.
Wow.
He does a lot of stuff. He does a lot of claymation.
You do Coraline and you're just a goat.
Yeah. And then you take it further by making Wendell and Wild with Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key with Black people.
Oh, it was that movie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like, you already had Coraline. You could have stopped. Then you include Black people. Okay. And now we're all happy. So there's Henry Selick. I met him also at the Wendell and Wild screening that they did at American Cinematheque. And I got a picture and a hug.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Legend. Okay.
Yeah, legend. Actors. I love Daniel Kaluuya. Lupita.
I'm so mad that the fact that there was a Q&A and we wasn't able to. The Q&A?
The Daniel one?
Yeah.
My thing is, there was a girl on the line who was like,
Alani, there was a lot of people on the line that came in out of nowhere.
There was one specific girl that was like, what's this for? Is this for like Donald? Oh. And I was like, you don't even know his name?
They said Donald.
And then she got in. I was like, oh my gosh.
Oh my God. Was I with Corey? I may have been with someone else.
No, it was that girl. Her name's like Jada or something. Or Jade.
I think I was with Jada. I was either with Jada or Corey. And I think Corey may have gotten in. I think Corey got in. I
remember that.
But I think, me and Jada, I think we were a bit butthurt. Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
And that was the same morning I met Marcus Henderson, who's also in Get Out. He's the guy who runs.
Oh, wow.
And I was like,
that's a crazy coincidence. That's a crazy coincidence.
This is like a double feature today. And then I didn't even get into Daniel Kaluuya.
How close were you?
To Daniel Kaluuya?
Yeah, how close? Were you close to the... No?
I was nowhere close. Because the line was wrapping around.
Yeah, it was.
I didn't even make it around.
No, it wasn't wrapping around. It was just a bunch of... A group of...
Yeah. I was like, it's okay. Because I'm going to meet him one day.
But I say, we'll be friends with him.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Exactly.
He's going to see this. It's all right. No, that made me mad. But, I mean, I feel like going to see John David Washington speak is kind of made up for it.
That same day?
No, not that same day.
Oh, no. You got to see him?
Him and Malcolm, yeah. They were talking about the piano lesson.
Oh, my God.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so mad.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Well, you get to work with all of them.
I hope so, yeah.
No, don't say you hope so. You will.
I will.
You will.
I will.
You will. Oh, man. Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele has... Okay, so Jordan Peele... Okay, my teacher, Tiffany Gist, great lady, love that lady. She's friends with Marcus Henderson, who was in Get Out.
Cool.
He was also in Snowfall. I just finished the season he's in. He's in Tacoma FD.
I gotta watch it.
Snowfall is so good.
I gotta watch it.
I'm like watching it and I'm like, What are you doing?
I gotta watch it.
Yeah.
I've heard that's excellence.
It's great.
Him, her.
Anyways, I had class taught by Tiffany Gist one semester, I forget, like 2 semesters ago or whatever. And then she was just bringing in different guests every week. And one week,
oh, that's fire.
1 week she brings in this guy named Marcus Henderson, and I'm like, this name sounds kind of familiar. Because I know the whole cast of Get Out. Like I know
I've heard this before.
And I'm going in, and I'm like,
wait a minute,
that guy looks like Marcus Henderson.
Hmm.
And then she says, "Oh, my guest is like an acclaimed actor. Like you guys might all know him." And she has a link open because she's sharing her screen on projector. She has a link open that says "Get Out," and I'm like, she was like, "I'm gonna show you a clip of the thing he's in." Yeah, and I'm like, she's showing us Get Out. And then he walks up. I'm like,
oh my gosh.
But then the whole time he's talking, I'm like listening. People are asking questions. I feel the pressure to ask a question, but I don't know what to say. But I'm like, why do I feel like I'm like not even listening to what he's saying at this point? And I'm like, why do I feel like I'm about to cry? I'm like, I'm not gonna cry. Then at the end of class, I'm like, I need to go up and shake his hand.
I think
I posted this on Instagram.
I remember this moment in time.
I need to go up and shake his hand. Immediately, I get up. I'm climbing over everybody because everyone's leaving. I'm like, you guys are fumbling. This is Marcus Henderson. I climb over everybody. I go up. In my head, I'm like, this is gonna go like, hi, Marcus Henderson. My name is Alani. I love your work. I love Get Out. It goes like this. Hi, Marcus Henderson. I love your work. I start crying. I was so overwhelmed.
The Instagram stories were crazy. I was like, are you all right?
I was not.
Are you okay?
But the power of a tear, it will get you a hug and a picture.
Oh, of course.
I got a hug. I got a picture. I got a girl, we don't even know what you're saying, but we love you.
You know?
And it was just like life is great.
That was genuine too.
And my teacher said that she remembers it and he remembers it.
That's wonderful. That's I mean, if I was any actor, you know.
I feel like you can't forget that.
You're not gonna forget that.
And I hope he understood through the tears that I was saying Get Out is the reason I got into film.
He didn't understand that.
I don't think he did.
No, he didn't. It's okay though. But he didn't get that.
It was so nice.
You know how cool that is?
Yeah.
So I do worry for you. I do worry for you when you do meet Jordan and when you do meet Daniel. I'm actually really scared as to what might happen. I think you may pass out.
Okay, the problem is people are like, you can't meet your heroes, can't meet your favorite celebrities.
I will absolutely meet my heroes.
Yeah, I have to.
Yeah,
because they're like,
necessity.
You're not, like, if you don't get along with them, it's going to ruin it. My thing is, I think I'm really going to get along with Jordan Peele and Daniel Kaluuya.
Yeah.
Daniel Kaluuya is a bit different because he's like a little older. He seems like he's like very outgoing.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll be friends, but I think we'd enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, I think he'd work with you.
Jordan Peele, I really think we'd get along. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So I have to meet him.
Of course.
If I do meet him, I don't know how it's gonna go.
When you do meet him.
When I meet him,
exactly.
I got it.
Thank you.
I was like, wait, what?
I was waiting.
When I meet him, I don't know how it's gonna go because I reference Get Out a lot.
He's gonna be like, why are you talking about this so much?
Yeah. It'll be like when musicians like are friends with their fans.
Stop referencing.
Yeah. It's
everything.
like, I listen to your music all the time. Oh my gosh. So have you seen Us?
Of course. Why wouldn't I have? Okay, anyways, continue. Let me stop.
But like Us, not This Is Us, because my mom always gets things confused.
No, it's not even the same thing remotely. But
it's not.
anyways.
It's not. So you know the daughter in there.
Yes.
She goes to USC.
And
I was walking behind
Since
SCA.
when did she go to USC?
Exactly. I was walking behind SCA. And I was like, that girl in the distance looks like Shahadi. Yeah. Not to put her business on blast.
Since when?
Probably for like 2 years or something.
Can't find anything.
Either way, I saw her. And I was like, that's Shahadi. Oh, actually, I saw her at like the Welcome Back concert. And I was like,
oh, that's cool.
She walked right past me and I was like, and I couldn't get her. And I was like, oh no, I fumbled. But I thought at the time maybe like she was just living in LA and she just came to USC because she might know someone or whatever.
Does she still go to USC?
She still goes because I see her every now and then at SCA. But the first time I saw her in SCA, I was like, that's Shahadi.
That's the craziest experience.
And she was about to walk past me. So I'm like, I'm going to stop her. And I was like, are you Shahadi? She was like, yeah. And I was like, oh, okay, so she's cool. So I have to be friends with her. I was like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. Like, I didn't know you go here. What's your major? I forgot to even tell her my name.
Doesn't, you know?
But the next time I saw her, she was like,
that's awesome.
I have to run into her again and be like, my name's Alani,
I was just about to say, did you guys connect? Are you guys going to connect?
I don't know.
Did she follow you?
No, I never. It was
Alani,
like,
what are you doing?
I didn't give her my. I didn't want to be weird.
Okay, but now that you guys have established it.
Well, I brought it up to say, I don't know if we can ever be friends. Because I watch Us all the time.
Oh.
And that'd be really annoying to be like, oh, do you want to come over to my apartment? Also, I'm going to watch the movie you're in, probably back to back. Because I do that.
That would be probably pretty weird.
Now, I think it would also be annoying for her.
Well, just don't do that.
And I know all the lines.
Oh.
So she'd say something. She would say something in the movie and I would repeat it.
Oh, Alani.
Or I'd say it before she says it.
Okay, I understand.
That's the problem.
I understand what you're saying.
That's also why I can't meet Jordan Peele.
No, I don't think that's an excuse.
Maybe that's why I can't be friends with him.
I know all of Harry's songs, but I'm gonna.
Yeah,
that's not gonna stop me.
That's true.
Come on now.
Yeah.
Timothy Chalamet, come on.
Yeah.
Come on. Donald Glover, come on.
You met him, didn't you? And you're saying it like you didn't.
I was right behind him. I wasn't right behind him.
That
I was actually in front of him. That's the craziest thing. We were genuinely making eye contact because I was literally in front of him. But
you soaked up the air.
I know. It was him, two people, and then me. And then they're talking to him, and he's also looking at me as he's talking to them. So I don't count it. I don't count it.
Maybe it doesn't count.
I didn't speak the words.
Yeah.
I can't believe it. I was whisked away. Thank you to Michelle. She was amazing. She's amazing. My mentor. She's the one that's responsible for me going to the FYC. Oh my God.
Wait, I heard of that. What is that?
FYC?
Yeah.
That's like when for your considerations for like all the So for Mr. and Mrs. Smith, I cannot believe I was there for Donald. Wow.
That's so cool.
Wow.
I could see you acting alongside him.
I would love to.
I feel like you guys would do that.
Alani, that's the biggest compliment. I am so grateful. I've never heard that before in my life. That's so great. Thank you for that image. That's fantastic. Just made my day. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Nope, I think it's his best.
Over Get Out?
Yeah.
I don't get that.
I love spectacle. That's the reason why. I love spectacle so much. And so anytime I see an epic or a spectacle, I'm like, that's the magnum op. That's the magnum opus.
I didn't know what spectacle meant before that movie came out.
Exactly.
So he now owns that word.
I agree.
My thing is people are like, oh, Nope is better than Get Out. And I'm like, I don't like Get Out. Okay. I actually had this argument with Silk Sonic.
Continue.
I met this guy who I actually have beef with.
Oh.
Because he had the audacity to say to me, Anderson .Paak and Bruno are better separately than in Silk Sonic.
Nasty.
And I was like, that's fighting
That's so
words.
wrong.
That's wrong.
That's genuinely so wrong.
You have two talented people.
I am in love with both of them separately.
Exactly.
But Silk Sonic was heavenly.
Yeah. And he was like, well, and I was like, why would you say that? Because I'm like, okay,
we'll
give you a platform. He said, well, they're not doing anything new. They're just recreating old music. I said, I'm going to stop you right there. Art.
You said it just like that too.
Art doesn't have to be. I actually didn't say it like this. He was like so tall, and I was like standing like next to him. I'm like this, and I'm like, see what he does not say. I was arguing with him.
It's okay. Say what you wanted. What you would have wanted to say.
Art doesn't have to be new or original for it to be like deemed as like good or legendary or whatever. Yep. Because art is an experience. Mm-hmm. When you put art out, it's less about the piece and more about how people are receiving it. Get Out is a good movie.
Fantastic movie.
It's even better because he released it at the time he did. Jordan Peele's strategic.
Yes.
Such a smart guy.
That movie with the timing made it iconic.
He was writing it for like 10 plus years.
Yeah.
He chose to release it right at like the point of like the election. Barack Obama leaves office, not to get into politics, whatever. It's part of the experience.
It's inevitable.
Barack Obama leaves office. Now we have like Trump and Hillary running.
Yeah.
Get Out comes out. People are like, oh wow. Like racism, microaggressions, all that stuff, like they're still around, but they look different.
Mm-hmm.
And it hits more because now we have like a state of like we have a climate where all this stuff is like coming back up.
Yeah.
And then you have like Black Lives Matter, all those movements. And Get Out is like, it's just like so much better because of the timing. And it really shows you that art is, it's like about like the creative, like visual, whatever aspect of it, but it's also about how you're implementing your art into the environment it's gonna live in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it's gonna be here. If it's a piece that's meant to stay around, like if it's like an art, like a painting, or if it's like a song, like that stuff is gonna live on. So you have to think about now like the aftermath of it. And people are going to talk about it. So even if it's like a piece that's going to disappear, like paintings like get old and then they have to get like, I forget the right word, but like refurbished. You have to think about people like talking about the piece and how it's going to live on in different forms. But Get Out is just so good because it's like, you chose the right time to put that movie out.
Yes.
And it hit so many people. That's why it'll be his best.
And it's still relevant.
Exactly.
It will always be relevant.
It'll always be relevant.
Yeah.
And it put him on the map. Like you made your first feature and you are Jordan Peele. You're not just like, oh my gosh, like you did that one movie, that's so cool. And now you're getting to make other ones.
And now everyone's like, I hear Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
I don't need any other reason to go.
Exactly.
But Nope, man.
But Nope, I don't know. I don't even know if I understood Nope.
You don't think you understand?
I don't think I understand it.
No?
I get it. After my friend explained like some of like what he was talking about in the press interviews. But I think the one thing maybe that doesn't fully click yet is the relationship between the monkey stuff and the rest of the movie.
See,
or the ape. It's a chimp.
See, I don't think I will do it justice because, but I feel like I've seen that argument too many times. Yeah. Unfortunately, I really want to give it justice. Just because everyone's saying they don't see the relevance, but at the same, with Steven Yeun's character, I feel like that was the obvious connecting piece. Mm-hmm. And then both the monkey and both the not UFO, the creature or the whatnot. UAP. The UAP. Mm-hmm. I love that term.
Yeah.
The UAP. I mean, they both were. I'm not gonna do it justice. I want to look this up.
That's how I feel every time I talk about his movies.
You've done research for it, right?
I've done a little research.
The monkey subplot ties the entire movie together.
But how?
It establishes Jupe's character, child star who felt like he had an emotional connection with a wild and dangerous animal and seeks to recreate their connection years later, as well as regain fame by attempting to train the alien. Bad attempt, because he can't train the alien, just like he can't train the monkey.
Exactly.
It reinforces the idea of don't stare wild animals in the eyes. Jupe likely only survived the monkey's rampage because he was first distracted by the shoe, a bad miracle. And then by the time he was looking at the monkey, there was the cloth that covered the monkey's eyes. And it hammers in the themes of the movie, the dangers of seeking spectacle, and the mistreatment of animals in the film TV industry. I latched on to the dangers of seeking spectacle, to the dangers of like, not viral, but like trying to, I mean, I fake literally anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, reality.
Like, yeah.
Well, reality TV or trying to catch your fame or whatnot. That's not a very concrete idea, but what else? The monkey subplot was entirely to show Jupe's character not respecting the alien, how he handled the spectacle of the Gordia incident.
I never understood the bad miracle thing. What does that mean?
A bad twist of faith? Or like a bad miracle as in he survived that incident, but was so traumatized by it or so memorized by it that it led to his death like decades later.
Well, then how's it a miracle?
Because he survived in that moment in time. As in, he got saved, but I guess you could say he also got killed by that too.
I get it. Okay, I gotta watch it again.
Please.
Yeah, I think I watched it like 3 times now.
Watching that in theaters, one of the most special moments, man. Oh my gosh, that movie was crazy.
No, you know what was special?
What?
When they put Get Out back in theaters.
That's fair.
I was there. I was like,
that's fair.
This is great. I didn't even see it in theaters when it came out.
I watched it in theaters. No, I watched it when USC screened it.
Get Out?
Yeah.
Where?
Or it might have been for class.
Oh, no.
I think it was for class, but...
Oh, was it for 190? Intro to Cinema?
I believe so.
Yeah. I didn't like that.
That was awesome to watch it with the audience, though, to see how everyone reacted.
I didn't like it, and it's really a me problem.
Why?
Whenever I watch Get Out, I'm like, I'm the only person that understands what's going on in this movie.
And so you're listening to everyone
else, and I'm like, you don't even get it.
Y'all don't, you're just laughing.
It was actually frustrating.
I don't like this. You're all just laughing.
I couldn't do it.
Why are y'all laughing right now?
But it was also like, when they weren't laughing, I'm like, you don't even see that this is funny? Why aren't you laughing?
So you feel awkward being the only one laughing? No, you don't feel awkward. You feel proud because you're like, y'all don't understand this.
I just feel frustrated.
It's usually a crowd of white people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's how I feel whenever I watch Moonlight with other people.
Man, Moonlight was sensational.
Yeah. And then when I watch it, I'm like, especially with like non-black people, I'm like, you're not understanding the layers to this story.
I put that off for so many years and I watched that. Yeah. And I watched it and I was just like, that lived up to everything.
I put it off. And then when I first watched it, I'm like, oh wait, this wasn't even worth the hype. And then I let it sit and I rewatched it and I was like, oh.
It hit me as soon as I watched it.
Yeah.
It hit me as soon as I watched it. It was crazy because, I mean, having watched La La Land first.
I haven't even seen it. It's because the beef, I was like, I can't do Moonlight like that.
Oh, it's different. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. Well, I would just say that La La Land, I had watched that first years before. That was like top 3 movie for me all time. And then I don't know. Maybe I was just like Moonlight wouldn't live up to it, or maybe I don't know. But after watching Moonlight, being like, okay, I can absolutely understand if Moonlight won over La La Land.
Yeah.
Absolutely understand that. And I'm like, I don't know. I guess I was like La La Land. There's nothing. I don't know why Moonlight was even in the conversation, or why, or if like did it deserve to win the award?
Yeah.
And now that I watched Moonlight, I'm like, that was a crazy thing to think. That was a crazy thing to think because Moonlight was absolutely deserving.
Those thoughts will sneak up on you.
Yes, it will. I was just ashamed. I hadn't watched the movie yet, so I just didn't know.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that's the same way I'm feeling about Green Book. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't
even seen Green Book, but I keep hearing that.
I haven't seen it. I've heard good things about it, but I've also heard other things where it's like white savior movie.
That's what I've been hearing.
Yeah. So I'm like, do I really want to watch it?
Yeah, because I like Mahershala.
Yeah. I'm like, I would want to watch it just for him.
Yeah. I gotta watch it.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Top 3 favorite films?
I hate this question.
Top 3 or 5? Or maybe. 10?
Oh, no. Don't give me more.
Sorry.
I'll do 3.
Okay.
So Get Out.
All right.
The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
I was so scared you was going to be like... I thought he was going to be like, Get Out, us. Nope.
No, because sometimes it is like that. And I'm like, no, I got to diversify it.
Okay, so Get Out, Grinch.
The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Of course.
Because people like to say that the one with Benedict Cumberbatch is good.
That's not the same thing.
I also think it's not good. Here's
my brother
why.
Aiden would agree. He would be like, yeah.
What, that it's good?
Top 3.
What, The Grinch with Jim Carrey?
Yeah. No, the Grinch with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh no.
No, but he's young. He's young.
I know, but no, that's wrong.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Because that creative direction out the window. Why is the movie so bright?
It's animation.
That doesn't make sense.
Sure.
The Grinch is a dark character.
Yeah.
It's too bright in here.
I mean, the second you have a Pharrell soundtrack, I think it's probably gonna... No, Tyler.
And then everyone was like, oh my gosh, the movie's great specifically for Tyler. But Tyler was the only good part of that movie.
Dang. That's crazy.
Benedict didn't even, and Benedict's a good actor.
Yes.
Didn't even have the voice for the part. He was miscast.
Oh.
Doesn't make him a bad actor. That makes the casting director bad at their
Who
job.
would you have cast?
Jim Carrey.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. But I can't because he already made the movie. I can't do it again.
Would you watch A Grinch 2?
Yes, I would.
Yeah.
It would be him.
20 years later?
Yes, they have to bring Taylor Momsen back.
Who
She
is
did Cindy Lou.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. She has to come back. She is Cindy. No one else can do it.
They would all be so old.
Taylor Momsen's still pretty young. I think, yeah, the Grinch would be kind of old. Everyone else would be old. Also, the guy who played young Grinch died already, and it's like, oh no. The movie. We'll just leave that movie alone. Yeah, because he had, I think he had dwarfism or something. So I don't think their life expectancy is really long. But it's okay.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I know. I remember I looked it up and I was like, oh no.
Lonnie uses a little depressing.
Oh, it was so sad, but it's okay. It's okay.
Wow.
Because he'll live on in history. Anyways, The Grinch with Jim Carrey. And the third one, I really like Us. I don't think I can divert. I don't know if I can.
Shaking my head.
I want to put a Nora there, but I don't like putting movies I've just seen.
Oh, I do not care. I will put that in the top 10 list immediately as soon as I've watched it.
I think right now my Letterboxd has Midsommar, which is a really good movie.
Haven't watched it yet.
I think it's. Have you seen any Ari Aster movie?
The what?
Ari Aster. He did Hereditary.
I've watched Beau is Afraid. I love Beau is Afraid.
Oh, you like it?
I love Beau is Afraid.
I think it's good.
That
up
movie
until
is
the
so
end.
unique.
I don't get the end. I'm like,
It's
what did
so
you do here?
it's crazy. That movie I couldn't. I showed it to my sister. Befuddled.
Befuddled.
Watching it, and I was okay. That's another time where I watched it also at USC.
Oh,
I didn't know what the world was going on.
Yeah,
watching a theater with other people around you.
Yeah,
fascinating.
I went to Alamo Draft House, saw it with a few of my friends.
Sensational.
I don't like Alamo.
Never mind.
I think they're overpriced.
Oh my god, Alani, bro, what are you talking about?
They're overpriced, and my food always comes out hot, and then I'll see something good in the movie, and I'm like, I have to focus on this instead of eating, and then in 5 minutes, my food's cold.
Alani, it's because you didn't eat the food.
But why are you getting cold so fast? And also, you charged me $20 for like 4
food gets
cookies.
cold.
But you charged me $20 for it. Okay, so it better stay hot the whole movie.
Alani, what are you talking about?
I don't get it. It's so expensive.
What do you... Okay, first of all, Tuesdays. Just go on Tuesdays.
Do they have discounts?
Yes. All theaters have discounts on Tuesdays.
AMC, I feel like, is lying to us.
AMC has this. I don't go to AMC on Tuesdays. I go to Regal. But they should have.
I don't think AMC does the discount Tuesdays anymore.
Why wouldn't they?
I haven't seen it. I think Google's gonna say it does, but I think they're lying. They do. They still do the matinee discount.
Oh no!
Exactly.
Apparently, AMC Stubs has discount too.
And I have Stubs, but I think it's one of the other tiers of the Stubs.
Wow, that's a little disappointing.
Exactly, scammers. AMC's scams, but people are like, Alamo Draft House is an art house theater, or yeah, Alamo Draft House is in like art house theater. We have to support art house theaters. People need to go to Cinemark in Crenshaw.
I haven't gone to that. Well, no, I have gone to that one, but I don't think I've gone to it a lot.
I go to it like very, very frequently. They also do nice student discounts and nice Tuesday discounts.
It's just, I don't. If I want to go down the street, the Dash F bus. No.
Right. Because you're gonna go to Regal where you can get a $20 ticket, or you're gonna go to Cinemark where you get a $7 ticket. I go to Regal
on Tuesdays.
How much is the ticket?
It's like $8, $7, $8.
Well, Cinemark is $7.
Oh, I just said $7, $8.
It's $6.50.
Okay, but $6.50. But I have to go. How long? How?
It's not that far. You just get on the E train.
How far is that?
It's like a couple stops. You go to the E train that's either by Galen or the stop that's by Parkside.
Where do I have to get off?
Somewhere, like 2 stops. It's like 2 stops, and then you just walk
over. City?
No, it's not that far. It's in Crenshaw. It's on Crenshaw.
Interesting.
I don't know the cross street, but it's close. It's nice. It has a lot of character. People don't like that theater because people yell at the screen there, but I like when people are like talking to the movie.
I like when people are interactive.
Yeah, it's like immersive film.
Okay.
Anyways, I might put Midsommar. I might put Midsommar in the top 3. I don't know. It's between Midsommar and Anora.
So then Anora's 4.
Oh, I forgot about Us. No, Anora can't be 4.
You might as well give me
I'll
a
do
top
the 5. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Get Out, The Grinch with Jim Carrey.
Okay.
Us, Midsommar, Anora.
That is a wild top 5.
Yeah.
That's a wild top 5. No judgment from me. No judgment from me. Interesting. Okay.
Jim Carrey made me who I am.
I can see that. That's the best compliment. That's the best compliment.
I think it is. It's just that no one's ever responded like that. Because he's like, I know the Grinch movie like the back of my hand.
Interesting.
I know every line. If you give me the lines right now, I will do the reenactment. Jim Carrey is he's just such a good actor. Everyone's like, you have to study Shakespeare. No,
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock, water myself pretty. 4:30, stand into the abyss. 5 o'clock, Star World Hunger. 10, no one. 6:30, jazzercise. 7:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. Wait, I messed up the times. Wait,
6:30.
what's 6:30? 6:30, dinner with me?
Yep.
Okay, so it's 5 o'clock, Star World Hunger. 10, no one. 6 o'clock, jazzercise. 6:30, dinner with me. I can't cancel that again. 7 o'clock, wrestle with my own self-loathing. I'm booked. Of course, I could put the self-loathing. Wait, what is it? The self-loathing to 9 o'clock and still make it back home in time to lay in bed, stare at the ceiling, and slowly slip into madness. But what would I wear? And then I'm gonna cut because then he tries on all the clothes. Give me the section where he's like
sensational.
I love that interview. Give me the section.
Let's see.
Where he's like, or actually, just give me a random one.
Okay, let's see. Wow, that was wow.
I watched that movie religiously.
I feel like Jim Carrey is right by my side. I gotta be honest with you. Unbelievable. Oh, that's such a good quote. Stupid.
There is, however. Okay, I gotta start from the beginning. Augustus is like, if you marry me, you'll also get a new car. And then he says something paid off by the taxpayers of Whoville. And then Mary is thinking, and then the Grinch scratches the car. He's like, blah, 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 scratching. Everyone's like, and he's like, of course they are. That's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's always been about. Gifts. Gifts. Gifts, 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 gifts. You know what happens to your gifts? They all come to me. In your garbage. You see what I'm saying? In your garbage. I could hang myself with all the bad Christmas neckties I found at the dump. And the avarice never ends. I want a golf club. I want diamonds. I want a pony so I can ride tri-skateboard. It's ultimate glue. Wait. Something about like, wait, what is it? It's something Christmas season. Something Christmas season. Great. What does he say? It's ultimate glue. Something. What does he say?
Hold on. Wait. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Hold on.
I want a pony so I can ride it twice, get bored, and sell it to make glue. Look, I don't want a something. But this whole Christmas season is stupid. I forget. I don't want a something.
I want a pony so I can ride it twice, get bored, and sell it to make glue.
Yeah.
What?
Are you looking at the script or like the transcript?
I gotta look at the. And the avarice never ends.
Yeah.
I want golf clubs. I want diamonds. Look, I don't want to make waves, but this.
Look. I don't want to make waves, but this whole Christmas season is stupid. There is, however, one teeny tiny Christmas tradition that I find quite meaningful. Mistletoe. Now pucker up and kiss it, Whoville. And then Mary's like, ah! I know every single section of that movie.
Wow. I am no, I didn't think that was gonna happen.
Oh no, that has to happen.
I didn't think that was actually extremely impressive.
Thanks.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Okay. Wow. I was gonna say is The Grinch your guilty pleasure film, but I don't think
it's not guilty.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not your guilty pleasure film. So I feel like
I watched that to study acting.
What?
There's a section.
I was gonna say you can use that as a monologue. You might as well.
Oh yeah, I want to get into voice acting.
You would be sensational for voice acting.
I practiced with this movie.
See that make.
There's a section where he's like.
The dots are connecting. The dots are connecting, Alani.
There's a section where he's realizing he doesn't have Rudolph because he's trying to steal Christmas. He has everything but Rudolph. And then he's like, oh, Max. And then he calls Max. And he's like, I need to look up the transcript because I'm going to mess up the lines here. Hold
on. What is your guilty pleasure film?
Guilty pleasure?
What line is it with Max?
Okay, I found it. He's like, all right, you're a reindeer. Here's your motivation. Your name is Rudolph. You're a freak with a red nose and nobody likes you. Then one day Santa picks you and you save Christmas. No, forget that part. We'll improvise. Just keep it kind of loosey-goosey. You hate Christmas. You're gonna steal it. Saving Christmas was just a lousy ending. Way too commercial. Action! And then he like stares like that. And then Max like pops off his nose. He's like, and then the
genius.
No, wait, I have to do it. Max pops off his nose. He's like, and then the Grinch is like, you reject your own nose because wait. You reject your own nose because it represents the glitter of commercialism. Why didn't I think of that? Cut, wait. Cut, print, check the gate, moving on. And then he runs. That part I always mess up because it's so fast. My guilty pleasure.
Jim Carrey.
Jim is not... He's a legend.
A legend.
I have to meet Jim Carrey. I will.
I can see it happening.
I have to do my Grinch impression for him.
He would love it.
I think he'd be really amused.
He would do it right back to you.
He would.
He would.
I love Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah.
So good.
Could be a guilty pleasure work of art. So a TV show, a song.
I don't want to say guilty pleasure because I think Don Toliver is a good artist. Oh, actually, I do have a guilty pleasure.
Okay.
I've been getting into Playboy Cardi, and he's really a menace, so I don't like telling people that. Playboy, Cardi, Future, all these people are menaces, but I really enjoy their music. There's something about like, and it's like the issue with like listening to rap. I love rap.
Mm-hmm.
There's something about like Don Toliver has a song called No Photos where he's like, I took your girl back home in new clothes. And when he says that, I'm like, yeah, he did. He did. But when I'm singing, I'm like, I took your girl back home in new clothes. It's so good. It's so good. Like all of them, they're just such menaces. But I really enjoy their music.
Favorite rapper? Who is Alani's favorite rapper?
My normal answer is Ice Cube.
Wow.
Because I think I know
that's fire.
The most of his songs. I think Dr. Dre obviously is really good. Also, if you're in LA, you just like
that's fair.
You can't escape.
You just kind of naturally orient. Yeah.
Like this stuff is just around you.
Orient yourself with that stuff. Yeah.
I don't listen to J. Cole that much anymore.
My dad loves J. Cole.
J. Cole's really good. And then obviously like Kendrick.
Yeah.
I'm like late to the game though because
the GOAT.
Yeah.
Because he is the GOAT.
He is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm late because I didn't appreciate To Pimp a Butterfly.
Why is that?
No, I appreciated it.
Okay.
I didn't appreciate it till recently.
Oh, what?
And, like,
you appreciated it until recently?
Like I didn't listen to it until like freshman year.
Okay, you didn't appreciate it until recently.
Yeah, I didn't appreciate it. Until recently.
I was a little worried. had to save you there. It's okay.
I listened to it freshman year, and I was like, "Oh wait, guys, this is so good. Have you heard of this?" And they were all like,
it's been out for years. Yeah,
we know this." But yeah, he's really good.
Man, I was listening to that man for. I love his mixtapes, of course. I don't know at what point I started listening to him. I think maybe I got into him. On one hand, I think maybe I really got into him before Damn or when Damn was releasing. Or I think there's a possibility I was listening to him around To Pimp a Butterfly, and then I got into his mixtapes and then yada yada. But I don't know. All I know is that Donald Glover is the one who I was into from this. Yeah,
I always knew like Kendrick and Donald's songs because they like would play a lot on the radio. Like I think the main ones that I always knew of were 3005 and I think Swimming Pools by Kendrick. Like those are the two that like I would always hear. Yep. But I didn't really like realize, oh wait, these people are like great artists until college. I don't think I listened to that much music even before college.
Donald Glover, I think I saw his music video on MTV, or it was one of those music channels.
Yeah.
It was 3005. It was Hooked. And then I think I read the screenplay.
I still haven't read it. I got to.
What are you doing?
I know.
That was years ago.
I know.
It was a decade ago. What are you? God, oh my God.
I'm late.
I think that screenplay was probably why I was like, I would love to start writing. I think I actually did start writing because of that script or because of that screenplay.
It's good.
And then I think after the screenplay and listening to the album, I was obsessed. And then listened to all of his mixtapes back then. And then it was like 3 or so years, and then he made Awaken My Love. And then everyone jumped on board. But I was already on board the train.
I'm always late.
Yeah. What's with that?
I don't know. There was one person that I was early to, but now I don't even remember who it was.
It's okay. So you don't have that one person that you can be like,
I can't even say
day one.
Yeah, I don't even remember who it was.
Unbelievable. We was day one. Me and my family was day one for Corey Kenshin.
For who?
Let's. Okay.
I don't even know what you just said.
Corey Kenshin.
Who is that?
You know what? Let's talk about the next thing. Okay. Alani. Oh man.
Corey Kenshin.
Don't even worry about it.
Who is that?
If you don't know about it, you never will. What do you? Wow.
I don't even know who that is.
That's okay. How would a person describe you?
Person would describe me.
Yeah. They may kick us out. We'll see.
What?
They make it. Oh no, we're good. You're good. How would a person describe
me?
Yeah.
I feel like.
Talk to me.
Oh, actually, can I say what people normally describe me as?
Okay.
People say I'm a cartoon character.
Why do they say that?
I think it's because like at first, and I don't even know how much of this is directly why they say I'm a cartoon character. At first, I'm like people have told me that at first I'm intimidating or I come off as intense.
That's a lie.
But then they say, oh, it's because you have the tattoos, you have the piercings.
Nope.
And then I'm like, oh wait, no, guys. Like,
that's so wrong.
No. But then
no, that's wrong.
Is it wrong?
The first time I met you was Black of Fire.
Yeah.
Crazy. That was awesome.
Yeah.
Met you and Ben on Black of Fire. And I think you guys were so kind and so sweet. And I was like, that was my first acting thing. And I was like so terrified. But I think y'all was just so naturally just cool to hang out with. And I was just like, yeah, they're so great. They're wonderful.
Like, wait, that's fun.
You guys were great. So that's wrong. I didn't get any impression from that.
But then I've been told that after the intense like goes away, then I'm just like weird.
Not weird, just
and
hilarious.
Normal.
not weird.
It's because if I get too like comfortable, then you will see my Grinch impression. And that's not even like as weird as it can get.
That's not weird.
And I don't want to sound like a pick me, like, oh my gosh, I'm like not like these other girls. Because I feel like I try to be normal and then I'm like watching. Oh my gosh. I forgot the best part.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
She got more, y'all. I don't think it's weird. I think it's just, you're being normal. If a person finds that weird, it's just not for them.
That's true.
But
hold on. No, you gotta pause.
Oh no.
Because I have something.
Yeah, do your thing.
There's the Grinch, but then there's also this.
I'm so excited. I'm so nervous.
What? Who are you? It's us. Look, we don't have anything in here. This is our summer home. We got in today. Gabe. Once upon a time, there was a girl, and the girl had a shadow. The two were connected, tethered together. So whatever happened to the girl happened to the shadow. When the girl ate, her food was given to her warm and tasty. But when the shadow was hungry, she had to eat rabbits raw and bloody. On Christmas, the girl received wonderful toys, soft and cushy. But the shadow's toys were so sharp and cold, they'd slice through her fingers when she played with them. Time passed. They both got older, and one day the girl met a handsome prince and fell in love. At that same time, the shadow met Abraham. It didn't matter if she loved him or not. He was tethered to the girl's prince after all. Then the girl had her first child, a beautiful baby girl. But the shadow, she gave birth to a little monster. Umbre was born laughing. The girl had a second child, a boy this time. They had to cut her open and take him from her belly. The shadow had to do it all herself. She named him Pluto. He was born to love fire. So you see, the shadow hated the girl so much for so long. Until one day, she realized that she wasn't being punished by the girl at all. She was being tested by God. And then I made the mistake of showing my friend that, and he was like, oh, you're weird. I was like, they know, guys.
We just got all of that on camera, bro. That's crazy. You was getting into it.
Because I remember.
Someone's going to use this. You're going to use this for a voiceover reel.
I have to. I tried to get into the voice acting class, but I didn't get in.
You don't need the voice acting class. Just do it. Just do it at this point. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't edit it out, guys.
Wow. I'm not editing that out. I am not editing any of that out. Fantastic. I was not expecting that. Wow. Okay.
But yeah, I think people say I'm a cartoon character because I can I think I've been told I have weird control over different things. I have decent voice control and I have good control over my body.
That's just talent.
I guess it's just talent.
You know?
I like to think that if I was in a cartoon, I like to think of life as a cartoon. I think it'd be really fun to get into a brawl and then everyone regenerates the next day.
What do you mean?
Sometimes when people make me mad, I'm like, if I could punt you.
And then there'd be no consequences?
No consequences.
That would be fire.
Yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
But more so the actions. To be able to punt someone and punt them all the way to smithereens. That's so cool.
So you're thinking as a cartoon character.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I sometimes I'm you ever walk down the block and you're like, oh yeah, this walk is giving. Because I'm I look so cool right now.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair. Yeah.
Sometimes when I'm walking or just doing or actually sometimes I'll be sitting mysteriously. And I'm I feel so mysterious right now.
I'm that main character.
Yeah. And then I'll watch a video. Maybe I was taking a video of myself. And I'm yeah, it was so weird. I'm like, oh
what
no.
am I doing?
I thought I was like a model, but I think I was giving like cartoon characters. So I get it now.
I completely understand that.
Yeah, I embrace it.
No, you gotta embrace it. At a certain point, just can't look at any recordings of yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can feel it.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten better at feeling it.
I think I've gotten more just accepting that there's gonna be times where I'm like, I feel like I am the main character. Yeah. There's gonna be times where I just start naturally just acting silly or confident for the sake of it. It's just like, that's just gonna happen.
I think I have too many mannerisms to be cool.
I agree with myself as well. Yeah. I have too many mannerisms and things that I do that I just do all the time now. Yeah. And that my close friends are like, yeah, that's something that you do. And I'm just like, well, yeah, okay, cool. I'm realizing recently that I am a socially awkward person for sure.
How'd you realize that?
Any interaction, I feel like I always look back on it. Every interaction, I feel like there's something awkward that I do. Yeah. But there's something that I just I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm not. I just think that I am. Mm-hmm. I also just feel like, I don't know. I think it's just a lot of the things that I do.
I normally think that I'm socially awkward.
I make myself cringe.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. There was one girl I just met the other day. I was talking to her. And like, like when you want to fill the air, but you don't really know what to say. Yeah. So you're just kind of like looking around and like just kind of standing there.
Oh yeah.
But I feel like it was my fault. And I think that happens like enough times that I can like deem it as social awkwardness. I don't know.
That's just a part of our character.
Yeah.
It's just a part. It reminds me of Timothy Chalamet,
Nice circle back.
It really reminds me of Timothy Chalamet.
How does it remind you of him?
Just because this entire, campaign cycle, we've seen him just be himself and just be a weird guy and just be, but it's hilarious and it's normal and it's amusing. And I'm just like, I just got to be myself. Yeah. And people are just going to accept me. My friends, you guys accept me for myself, and I'm a strange person. Exactly. And I send the, interesting reels all the time. Yeah. Yeah.
They are very interesting. I get a lot of them.
Yes, you do. Yep. Yep. I just, I'm a unique person. And so I might as well just keep on doing it.
I realize that other people don't think of like life this way, but every day I wake up, I'm like, I kind of think of it as if I'm in like a show. Yes. Like everyone is always like, oh, life is a movie.
I do the same thing.
Yeah. But sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm in a show and there's like a plot.
This is a season.
Yeah. Yep. Or maybe I'm in a movie and this is like a franchise.
Yes. That's a great point. Then I do think this is a TV show. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point.
And then when like, sometimes I'm like, I don't even know if I consciously think of it every day. I think sometimes I'm like, how am I going to act today?
Yeah. I gamify everything.
Yeah. I had this mannerism that I think went away now because I haven't done it in a while. I used to like do like the and it was not, I think it's like you do something once and then it becomes a habit. Yep. And I think I grew out of the habit now. But I had like a 2000s like pop band lead singer voice that I would do. But I would just do it randomly. Like if someone was like, oh, what do you want to eat today? I'd be like, I don't know, but I want to get pizza. And I would just do that. And it sounds annoying right now, but I don't think it was annoying normally when I do it.
How often did you do that?
I would do it because it was a habit. It started becoming like a lot. But it wouldn't be like, I'm talking to you and I'm doing it.
When did that start? I gotta understand the origins for that one.
I don't know.
That is so niche. That is so unique.
It would be. I think it was less so like in response to. I don't even know how I started it, but it was less so in response to people and more so like, oh my gosh, it's 7 o'clock, and I would do that, and I didn't notice I was doing it often or around people until my friend was like, why do you do that? And I'm like, do what? She was like, you always do this like voice, and I was like, I didn't know you were seeing that. I didn't know you were seeing it.
Let's just say that mannerism is. It's okay that it's gone.
I kind of liked it, but you know why?
Why?
People started doing it after.
Oh,
I was like,
you was infecting people's brains.
Yeah, I was like, this looks familiar.
Oh,
and now
my
you're
God.
doing it, and you're doing it, and you're doing it.
Wow.
That's why I think it was okay.
No, that wouldn't work. No, no, that's not gonna work. No.
It's a way now. I also used to have like an underbite mannerism I would do where like
It's funny that you like remember these. I don't know what I'm doing.
I had one and I like it wasn't like conscious doing this. Like I would just do it. But like if it was like, oh my gosh, let's get pizza, I'll be like, yeah. Or I'll be like, yeah. I would do that. I'll be like, yeah. then
this is crazy.
Maybe the pizza we're gonna get.
This
maybe
is crazy.
The store is closed. Then I would be like, I just have an underbite.
Wow.
And I didn't realize I was doing it as often until people.
This is fascinating. This is fascinating.
You really have to like normify yourself.
I don't know what I'm doing, so it's fascinating that you remember all of this with such clarity.
It's because I watch a lot of Jim Carrey.
Props. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
He has like these like things. I'm like, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, actually, that's interesting. I don't know what mannerisms I do. I don't remember anything. I just do it.
I think if they're actual mannerisms, you probably don't know.
Yeah, the only thing I do know that I do is that, like, when I was on the set of the film I was doing, that one of my crew had to ask another crew. They're like, "Where's he from? Where's the director from?" They're like, "Where's the director from?" And they're like, "Why?" Because they're like, he's British one moment, and then he's American, and then he's from the South, and and he just sounds like he's been all over. And they're like, "Oh, that's just him.
Thing.
That's just him." I'm like, I didn't realize that I do different accents all the time.
Yeah.
Or I just have different. I say things differently.
You gotta like add to your list. You gotta do like German.
Oh, German for sure.
Yeah, you have German?
No.
Oh yeah, you gotta add it.
I'll add German for sure.
Add some German in there.
I'll add some German in there. I just didn't know I did that.
Yeah, I think that's better. I think mine were jokes and then they became habits.
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Have you seen the I don't know if I've sent one to you. I'll send one to you today. Mm-hmm. But have you seen the reel when I say reel because I don't do TikToks. But have you seen the reel when the dude does the dance?
No.
Have you the guys in the suits when they're doing the dance? You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
I sent it to you. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. It's all good. It's all good.
In a suit?
Yep.
And there's multiple people?
Oh yeah.
I don't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh, hold on. I send it to Corey all the time. I send it to Duma all the time. Every time I see it, I send it to Jada. You know what? Yeah, let me go look at Jada's because I've sent. I think I've probably sent her 10 in a row. So you're telling me that you have not heard this audio? Hold on. Oh shoot! Hold
on. No.
You don't know that?
No. What is that?
You don't know that?
I don't know what that is. I've never seen this. I've never seen this.
They're probably gonna kick us out.
Oh, they are?
Maybe.
Are they closing?
I think so. This is around closing time.
It's not even 8 o'clock yet.
No, but I think it closes around 7:30 or so. Well, if they're not gonna kick us out yet, we're gonna keep going.
I thought leaving was 24
I think
hours.
we leave. I think they kick us out at 7:30 maybe. Well, I'm gonna send that to you.
Okay,
I'm gonna send 10 of those to you because that's my entire feed.
That kind of reminds me of the video of Jim Carrey dancing with 50 Cent, and I forget who the other person is. Yeah.
I see. Okay, I see. I don't have many questions left. Let's see. You already said what you're looking forward to in the future. Because you're working on several things, of course.
I'm not.
No, you're going to be.
No, people need to give me money.
No, that fair enough.
Pay me.
Yep. Well, on your LinkedIn, it says you've worked a lot of jobs. I had to do my Narwhal research. That's not a lot of research. I just had to look it up. But yeah, so you've worked a lot of jobs.
I just got hired to tutor.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Ignite tutoring?
What?
Ignite tutoring?
No.
What was it?
Joint educational program.
Oh,
JEP.
wow.
Because.
Oh, USC.
Yeah. But I'm hoping there's a way I can still do it after I graduate.
Oh, okay.
Because I got to LA. Okay. I always wanted to come to LA.
Yeah.
And I always said I would. Yeah. And I'm here.
Yeah.
But I was like, I always wanted to be in the community and like doing stuff. And that was also something I always wanted to do in New York, and I never did it.
Yeah.
And I'm here and I'm like, I didn't do any community stuff here. I
did a lot of community stuff first 2 or so years, but not so much then. Only because it just feels like it's unfortunately, it's the whole time thing where it's just wanting to volunteer a lot, but then realizing I'm not getting paid for this.
Yeah.
But also still wanting to obviously do volunteer because that's the whole point of it. But I think for me, it was the fact that I was doing volunteering all the time and I wasn't actively.
Yeah. It's like a give and take.
Especially with the fires going on. Like I would love to volunteer much more, of course.
Yeah. And I signed up for like some volunteering things for that, but I don't know, like they don't call you, I guess, unless they really need you, and I don't know how to like get in. I've donated and stuff. But I was like, I want to do more stuff with like kids. And I feel like I got to USC and I started doing film and I kind of forgot about it because I got preoccupied.
That's fair.
And I'm like, oh, I never did any of that. So now I'm tutoring for math. And then
for math?
Yeah. Because okay, I'm only gonna release a little bit about this because I don't want anybody to steal it.
Okay.
But I read an article that people used to do like a toy drive, like Christmas themed toy drive between USC and the surrounding community. And they stopped randomly. And I was like, I want to do that again.
Oh.
But maybe away from USC. Like with USC like network, but maybe not like under USC's name. USC. Yeah.
Yes.
And I think it'll be USC. Yeah. I think it'll be nice to do like
sorry about that.
Sorry. I think it'll be nice to do like a parade type thing where we're like going around in the neighborhood.
That's kind of cool.
Right? But then there's also a toy drive aspect, and then give people like toys.
That'd be wonderful.
And like do stuff for the kids.
That would be actually really cool.
Yeah, that's also on my vision board. I don't know if I'll like be able to actually execute it this year. But
it's on the radar.
Yeah, and I'm gonna see if I could get connected to different community organizations.
That's pretty fun.
Yeah. So the first step is I'm tutoring and I'm meeting people in the neighborhood.
Okay. There's actually there's some stuff I've done I did Ignite tutoring, which was like pretty much 2 or 3 students every semester. I did that for like 4 semesters or so, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore.
Yeah.
But that was really cool. And then there is I forgot what it's called, but you have the opportunity to speak with a bunch of students or a bunch of like high schoolers or middle schoolers, and just talk about your life and how you got there and whatnot.
Oh, that's fun.
I could definitely send that to you because that's also you're on a panel and so you're talking with them.
Oh, cool.
You would definitely be interested in that for sure.
Yeah.
So I could definitely send that to you, and then yeah. There's a bunch of opportunities. You can definitely do them for sure.
Cause I started feeling so isolated at USC. I was like, I'm around. And also LA is like hard. It's a really like hard place to live in sometimes.
Oh, absolutely.
And I was really feeling it last year because I would be at USC and I would feel like the poorest student here because you have all these rich people.
Oh yeah, traveling all the time.
Yeah, and then you step foot off of campus and there's just so much like poverty around.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And it's really disorienting. And I'm meeting different people like who are working class and stuff, but like everyone, they're either like a hustler or they're like really like breaking under like all the pressure and stress of like having to like live out here. And I wanted to do more stuff for like kids, like so that they can have like a better foundation. But yeah.
Honestly, that's a great point. Unfortunately, there is around USC too. It's very disconcerting. It's a weird feeling of like feeling like I'm worried about the most first world problems, and then like down the street, or not even down the street, just crossing the crosswalk, and then you see unfortunately like homeless people, and it's just,
and even like surrounding the village. And I thought it was like USC, and then maybe like a few blocks off you start seeing the rest of LA.
oh no.
But even surrounding the village, I was seeing people sleeping in their car in the morning.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like so close.
Yeah.
It's like USC is the intruder.
It's also weird because it's around frat row. It's just all around frat row.
Yeah.
It's frat row's right there, and then you have like alleyways and you have different areas where it's very interesting.
And then Figueroa's right there.
Yeah, Figueroa's right there. It's really weird. It's very strange.
Yeah.
It feels very much like a bubble.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to be a part of it, but I am a part of it.
Yeah, and I feel like an imposter, and I feel like a traitor. It's
unfortunately, yeah. It doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
And I don't know if USC is doing much about it.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm hearing what? They're trying to expand the village?
Yeah, for the Olympics.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like...
Interesting.
You guys don't even care about... Or you guys feel like don't give enough resources to the people that even go to USC. Like...
that's a great point.
Yeah.
Not even given. Yeah, that's a wonderful point.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bit weird. Seeing everything that's going on. It's fascinating because I don't know who I told recently. I was like, year one, freshman year, was a really cool experience, but also extremely different.
Yeah.
Even like the dining halls and like payment plans or different things that USC did were, I guess a lot of money probably went into different things.
Yeah.
And then over time, having seen how several things have been scaled back.
Yeah.
Or kind of just pulled entirely. It's like, oh, okay.
And even like how they even like give you less financial aid the longer you stay here.
Yeah.
It's like, wait.
Yeah.
My like payment situation didn't change and you're giving me less money now.
Oh yeah.
It's just so hard.
And the tuition's going up even more.
And tuition's going up.
My sister's tuition, I think, was $90K.
90?
I believe. I might be wrong. I might be wrong.
You're probably not.
I'm probably not wrong. USC is interesting.
Yeah.
Everything's interesting.
Everything's interesting.
Everything's interesting right now. I swear every time I open my feed. Yeah.
Like just like in general.
I swear every time I open my feed, there's something new.
It is. It's like, wait, guys.
I don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
I actually regret it quite a lot.
Yeah. Wait, do you want to elaborate?
Every time I open my feed, there's just some like new act or new policy or something else that was signed in.
Yeah.
In office, and it's just
you should take Alexandra Billing. Oh,
I can't.
Yeah, I forgot.
Yeah.
I was about to say it's too late.
Alani,
you got to meet her.
What do they take?
She teaches intermediate acting, but she was in. Did you watch Never Have I Ever?
Maybe.
It was on Netflix. It was like about Indian Americans.
I don't think so.
Mindy Kaling.
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, she was in that. There's also an older show called Transparent that she was in.
Mm-hmm.
But she's a trans actress, and she like, I don't even want to say that she's like an activist, because I feel like that's like so like formal. She just like advocates for people.
Okay.
And she advocates for herself. And she advocates for like the welfare of like artists and just regular people because she's just lived a very long life. But you have to meet her because she is very vocal on her Instagram about like different things.
Love to see it.
About the climate, and she's real. I like her.
Man, when I tell you the whole political cycle,
yeah,
I unfortunately thought that Kamala was gonna sweep.
Kamala.
Oh my!
It's okay. Edit it out.
I'm editing that out immediately, Alani. You are never hearing this again. Say it one more time.
Kamala.
What did I say?
You said Kamala.
Kamala.
Yeah.
Kamala. Kamala. I thought that she was going to sweep.
Yeah.
And I told everyone that she was going to sweep. And I told everyone, whatever you thought was going to happen is going to be wrong because she's going to sweep.
Yeah.
That was completely wrong.
Yeah. It was hard because then the next day we had class with Alexandra Billings and she was like, class will just be you coming in and like writing something. And I was like, okay, it'll probably be about the election. But I got there late, so I missed like the whole because then she cut class early. Gotcha. But I got there late. Everyone had already left.
Damn.
And I was like, sorry. But she's also late to stuff, so I was like, it's fine. But then she was like, okay, there's a written component, but we'll do that after. Like, tell me how you're feeling. And then I basically did the written component because I started just like talking about everything I was feeling.
Gotcha.
And I think my main thing was like this is like the first time I've seen a lot of people on social media and just a lot of people around me, like a lot of young people, like try to exercise their voice. And I've been doing an RA job for the past 2 summers that works with low income Black and Latino students in the surrounding neighborhood, and they teach them like soft skills and like give them a chance to like be on USC's campus and like take classes because the point of their program is that not a lot of these kids will actually make it into USC. So try to give them like a vision of seeing themselves here.
Yeah.
And a lot of those kids, they're like, especially the first year I did, a lot of the kids were like, well, we're like nothing. We're not going to amount to anything. So what's the point of even like trying? And they had said that like, ironically, some of the teachers in the program were making them feel like they were nothing because the program is pretty run by like white or like non-Black and non-Latino people. So all the kids were like feeling, and they're not like young, they're in high school. Some of them are about to graduate and like apply to college and stuff. But then with the election, I was like, oh, this is the first time young people, it's okay, it's not this.
You continue.
I was like, this is the first time young people are exercising like their power, and it feels like it was like ripped away just like so like easily because it felt like a real like defeating moment, and I don't know, I was just feeling it like as a young person and as someone who knows that there are younger people like below me. It's like
they were just like they were just like just not even not cooperating. I don't know, they weren't helping.
What, in the program?
Yeah.
Well, like the program was over the summer, so like the election, like talks about the election wasn't coming around yet, but like for the program, they like teach them as much as like any college professor is gonna teach you.
Okay.
But they don't really like give them that many more resources like as low income students because it's also a free program, so everyone there is going for free.
Yeah.
Because I think you have to be like eligible or whatever for it. But the kids were saying like some of the teachers there like talk to them like, you probably won't make it to USC, but this is how you give a presentation, and they're like, rough. Oh, like because they're like we can feel that stuff.
That's nasty.
Yeah. And I don't know. It was just like I'm seeing now how LA. I'm seeing like the real like culture, like so all nasty. The cultures in LA. You have like these really like rich people and then these other people who are either like working or doing like, I guess, like community stuff or whatever, like doing whatever. And you have like younger people in that mix. And then tying it back now to the election and stuff, it was like my first time seeing the younger crowd like really coming up and stepping up and doing something despite older people saying like, oh, you guys are just like kids, you're not gonna know how to do any of this stuff or understand any of it. And then when Trump won, it was like, oh, like, and it's a lot of and the jokes came back like, oh, Trump is gonna bring slavery back, because I remember that was a joke in 2016 and I was really scared.
I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that.
And then when that was coming back now, and now all the stuff he's implementing, I'm like, kids are like already fighting, especially LA specifically, because I've been here for a while. Like, kids are already fighting to just like survive, and now there's like this like moment of defeat and all this aftermath, and like, I don't know, all the stuff that's happening. It's like, I don't know how to help.
I feel it feels more helpless than it was last time.
Yeah,
that Trump was in office. And it also feels like there's just an onslaught of everything happening for some reason.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't just feel like it's Trump. It feels like it's the wildfires.
Yeah.
And then also, I don't know, just a bunch of things that feels a bit unnatural that just seems to be happening. And it just seems to be a bit depressing.
And I don't know if this is just me trying to find an issue, but I feel like people are like giving a lot of attention to the Palisades, but I feel like there's not that much attention on Altadena.
There was just so much going on. I feel like there was so many different freaking fires that was setting and just happening. Are they all? I feel like most of them are in the 90s in terms of being contained. I think. I hope.
I think so.
I hope.
I think so.
And plus, I feel like after one of them, I feel like people were like, "Oh, okay, it's another one.
Yeah,
oh, it's another one. Oh,
yeah.
Okay." And then I feel like coverage probably toned down, even though it's been happening all this time.
Yeah.
And then of course Trump.
Yeah, it was just
kind
like,
of overshadowed everything. Yep.
And another one.
Trump kind of overshadowed everything else too.
Yeah. And then especially, he did one of the orders to like only recognize 2 genders, and then Alexandria Billings had posted about it on Instagram, because she also like specifically advocates for trans POC rights. And yeah, she was like talking about that. I was like, this is insane. And it's like, it's crazy to know someone like that's like directly affected by like something like this.
Yeah, it's wonderful that she's so outspoken.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Because I feel like this is a time where it's very...
Yeah, and she's like 60 something. She's like...
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. It's, yeah, for him to be doing this is a bit overwhelming.
Yeah.
I feel like we all send our mom... I feel like mom sends us the newest headlines every single day, because there's always something new in our group chat. Every single day, this man is signing something.
Yeah.
And what? I guess Black History Month for all this stuff is being paused or something.
Is that... Wait, what's happening?
I think he has...
Because one of my teachers was like, oh yeah, there's also no more Black History Month. I was like, wait.
I think he has paused celebrations or ban observances for Black History Month and other special observances.
I did hear about that.
That just happened today.
I don't get that.
Like hours ago. So Black History Month, as obviously we're about to have Black History Month. It's all this DEI stuff.
There's this one scene in Bruce Almighty where he's getting tired of having to read people's like emails to him.
Politics.
Yeah.
Politics.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just happened though.
I don't get it. Oh, I was saying there's that one scene in Bruce Almighty where he gets tired of reading people's emails, so he's just like saying yes to everything. I feel that's what's happening.
That's what it sounds like is happening. But I think he knows what he's doing.
I think he also knows, yeah.
I think he's very intentional. I think it's Black History Month, and then also anything that celebrates, I think, people of color, but then also anything in relation to, I want to say women.
Also, the Elon thing was so crazy.
It was a salute.
Yeah, and then everyone's like...
It's not a salute.
He was anxious. was like, what?
He was showing love.
Like, what?
That was to all the people.
Oh my God.
It was a sign of heartfelt affection.
And I don't even know, like, I feel like I'm watching it and I'm like, I don't even know what else to feel right now.
I think that's a great point because it just feels like it's being normalized.
Yeah.
Or it feels like it's being accepted. If that's being accepted, that's the most extreme possibility, there's like, okay, well, there's nothing more that we can really do at this point.
Yeah. I don't. So crazy. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then also the federal loans stuff.
What about that?
I think he stopped disbursement on it or something
Oh,
like that.
yeah. Oh, all the federal stuff and then all the backlash things like, oh, we're not going to stop everything.
Yeah.
Because he has stopped everything for sure. Because it's him.
So many of us count on federal loans. Like,
yeah. Count on everything.
Yeah. Basically, you're just telling people, oh, I'm actually not going to give you the financial aid right now.
And it's fascinating because it's happening to everyone. So it's like everyone that voted for him, you're being affected too.
Yeah, exactly.
You're a bit stupid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I saw this this really interesting photograph of ICE workers detaining a guy whose the back of his shirt said Latinos for Trump.
Oh.
Yeah. Or like Mexicans for Trump, something like that.
And it's crazy because I just have no sympathy, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
Don't get it.
But
Alexandra Billings, I asked her if she was scared. She was like, I'm not scared. I lived through Reagan. I can live through this again.
Oh, okay. Great
She
comparison.
was like, he's just an actor. She said Trump is just an actor. I know actors.
That's a great comparison.
Yeah. And that was a bad paraphrase, but she said it a lot more eloquently.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was the first episode.
Yeah.
I have to see what actually we got. What actually, because that I gotta get it. I want to hopefully get a tripod because I want to record everything on an actual camera rather than having a Zoom recording. With this quality.
Yeah.
That's not it. And then also I would love to do recording outside. Oh. Because this is as cool as it is.
Yeah.
It's not the same thing.
Yeah.
Imagine like a podcast recording freaking on the lawn.
That would be really nice.
That would be freaking fire.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't have any of this.
That's true. But this stuff can't be that expensive to like rent or something.
We're not in the space to do that now.
That's okay.
So ideally, I'm probably gonna try to go for just relying on the camera, tripod, and then having this or whatever for audio.
Yeah.
2 hours and 18 minutes.
Wow, it has the time code.
Yeah, 2 hours and 18 minutes, and that doesn't even include
the stuff that we didn't record.
That we did record as well. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Sensational. Alani, thank you so much.
Yeah.
One of the most talented and most sensational individuals I know. And creators I know. My gosh, Alani can do absolutely everything. You won't believe it. My gosh, you're going to see her names in the credits everywhere. I already am. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Thanks.
So talented.
Thanks.
My gosh.
We're gonna work together. I'm putting it on the record. We're gonna do something. Because we have to.
You say that now. I'm waiting.
It's on the record, so now it's official. It has to happen.
All right. Okay. All right. Who's that?